Joining us now is a man who is in the building. He is playing great football right now. They showed stats in the last game that basically said he should be in a conversation and maybe one of the greatest football players of all time, running back for the Minnesota Vikings, Pro Bowler Dalvin Cook.
Yeah!
What's up, dude?
What up, Pat?
Hey, how you doing, man? What do we got? Where are we at? We in the office right now? We learning? We watching film right now? What do we got going on?
I'm down here in the equipment room.
Oh, nice. You say you're secluded away from everybody because you got to wear a mask everywhere in the building right now? Is that accurate?
I'm isolated.
Yeah, smart. Hey, has anybody gotten spot tested yet over there and tested positive? Has Omicron been in the? Have you experienced any of that right now? Because the Jets just got 15 positives, boom, out of nowhere, just like this on one day. The Chiefs got like 10 or something, boom, out of nowhere. Is that something you guys are talking about in the building? And how the fuck do we keep it out of here?
Last week we had a bunch of guys, but like we didn't have that many, I don't think. So like we was all taking the protocols that they put out that day of what we had to do, but we just got in bigger meeting rooms and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, we just been standing apart.
Smart.
Hey, I wanted to pivot quick to what Deion Sanders is doing. I know your old University of Florida State with the Seminoles. You think they would offer him the job, and you think he would take it if they really wanted him to come back and be the head coach?
He better take it. He getting the #1 recruit, taking him from his school. Come on, Deion. But yeah, that'll be big. Deion always bring that hype, bring that energy, and it's Deion, so he gonna bring everything else.
Are you guys? Is the Florida State alum as tight as some of the other Florida schools? Do you guys all keep in touch, or has it kind of fallen apart? Because I remember there was a little bit of something with I think Jalen with DBs with Jimbo. I think there was something that happened in that whole thing because he left, obviously. Is the Florida State alum still tight like Deion? Is he, in the Florida State community when the #1 recruit leaves? I saw you react and go, come on, Deion. Like, is that how everybody feels, or does everybody understand that he wanted that job, he didn't get that job, and Deion is Deion, so he's probably going to have success wherever?
Yeah, it's basically how I take it. Like, Deion is Deion. Like, he going to have success. I don't know about the situation if they offered him the job and stuff like that. I don't know about that situation. But, like the Florida State alums, like, we real tight. But, like, we know, like, it's a downtime for us. And, like, I know Coach Norvell is headed in the right direction. So I like where we going. And just a matter of time before we start winning more games.
That's good news for, I think, all the Florida State fans who potentially thought the world was burning down when they're losing. #1 recruit out of Florida. We're talking to Dalvin Cook of the Vikings. Let's talk about the Vikings, man. Obviously, Justin Jefferson has continued to just grow and get better off of an incredible rookie season. Adam Thielen out. Kirk seems to be vibing, but there's a dude in the backfield, double three, that when you get going, that team's going. And I feel like everybody knows that from the outside looking in. What has it been like as of late here as you guys have kind of turned the corner and got a little hot here going into the most important part of the season?
Yeah, I know the type of guys we got on the outside. Adam, Tyler Conklin, Justin, all those guys, KJ, they can make plays, but I just want to keep it honest, bring an extra guy in the box, make sure the running game is what the running game is supposed to be for those guys to get the right coverages. It's been kind of going how we thought it would go down this because we just got to keep winning to stay in this 7th seed to get in the playoffs, and it's going to be crucial if we pull these last 3 off, so we don't have our destiny in somebody else's hands.
Hey, how's Mike Zimmer doing day to day? I worry about him at times. He seems to be frustrated with different things that have happened. I know this past offseason was a bit rocky at times. I saw him get very excited actually during your last game, which was very, very good to see. Like, how was he going through the season? Is he pretty much the same guy day to day?
Yeah, we can't keep taking Coach through that. These one-score games, these last-minute wins, we can't keep doing that, man. But Coach Zim been good, man. We've been making sure he all right, and Coach Zim gonna be Coach Zim, man.
What's Kirk on the day-to-day? And I think we ask you this a lot, but it feels like now we're at a different stage of Kirk Cousins because this is end of contract that was massive, beginning of the contract, big run, big win in New Orleans for playoffs. Then obviously the year happens, it's last year. This year going on a run right now. Is Kirk just always focused on ball? Does he is how he goes, how you guys go? Is there a different sense of leadership with him, or is he always like the same guy? And who are you the vocal leader around there? Is Kirk? I don't think that's kind of in his nature. Is it? I don't think I know him at all, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, a lot of people don't actually know who he really is, but
Yeah.
he like, you don't know when his jokes coming, so they're always funny, and that's just how he is. But as far as being the vocal leader, these last year and a half, he's been more vocal, talking and stuff like that. But Kurt is Kirk, and I feel like he's been grown into that position and just accepting, I'm the quarterback of this team. I'm going to lead it, and that's what he's been doing. So you see his numbers been proving that, and it just he get the criticism that nobody else get, and that's why I love playing next to him, because he just block it out and he just go play ball.
Yeah, it seems like he always puts up good numbers, and then there was, he can't win in primetime. Then he goes down to Jerry World, wins in primetime, wins a playoff game in New Orleans, and then there's no real other side conversation about him. There was always that, he can't win in primetime. That got debunked. Then there was no conversation on the other side. The nerd is actually pretty fucking good at football. Never, that seemed to never catch on, but good for Kirk, man. He gets hot. It's electrifying to watch your offense go. Go ahead, Tone.
Hey, Dalvin, can you remember a time in your entire career from Pee Wee's until now, the game where you got the ball and it was just the biggest holes you could ever imagine? And why was it 2 weeks ago against the Steelers?
I don't know. We had to be honest, Monday, Tuesday, the game plan that we had in the meeting room, and I was just looking at the board, taking notes and stuff. I'm like, I like this game plan. I had a good feel about it the whole time, and my O-line was in the walkthroughs. They felt good about it. So that was part of the success we had, just feeling good about that game plan.
When you do see just a 30-yard hole, is the thought immediately this can't be real? This isn't, or is that just dream come? Is there a sensation that goes through your entire body when you see a massive hole that you don't have to do anything? Or do you get back in the huddle and you're like, hey, boys, fucking awesome what you just did right there? Is that on a day-to-day or on a play-to-play type situation there?
Yeah, I definitely acknowledge my O-lineman when the holes are, tremendously big. Because in the NFL, you don't get those holes. Them holes close in whatever seconds it is. They close fast, and having those holes open up like that, it just goes to show the O-line's working and doing their job. So you gotta tip your hats to them and let them know you appreciate them.
Is it a sense, because there's some running backs that get into the league and they end up fizzling out because they have a great college career. There's a lot of great running backs in college. There's a lot of great every position in college, but you make it to the NFL, it's a little bit different. It feels like some guys just have a natural instinct to cut or to see a hole or to wait? Because some guys, they'll have that with that sky cam now. I mean, it is going to expose people's decision-making, especially at the running back position, where they put a circle on the player, and there's two, and they go like this, basically, but somebody doesn't hit the hole that you continue to hit. There's also the bad side of those potential pictures where guys cut, and it's not supposed to be. Is it just a natural instinct over years and years and years, or is that something you have to work on, or is it just something you've always been able to figure out?
I always, to be honest, I always had good eyes. I always had a good feel for finding holes. I always had a good feel for that. And, I was fortunate enough to be blessed with, a pair of good eyes, I guess, and a pair of good instincts. And, those holes was real big, but it's just a matter of what you do with them. What you do after the fact, the hole is big. What you do at the next level. Do you break the next level tackles? Do you take it home, or just the next step that you take as a runner of how you gonna dictate that run?
Hey, do you think vision and instincts as a running back is one of the top things that you need? Because I'm sure plenty of guys that are super fast. They may be built, they may look good, whatever, but they just don't have that vision. They run into the back of their linemen all the time, which I know linemen get super pissed.
Yeah, they love that.
I feel like vision is so huge for you. Is that something, did you realize that early on at a young age? All right, man, I feel like I can see things different than other people.
Yeah, it was really literally I'm just faster and bigger, and I was making plays and stuff like that. But when I got in high school and in college, I started to see I see this thing is real slow down for me. I'm seeing the holes, I'm seeing the backside cuts. I'm seeing the safeties, how far they is if I want to take it back. And it's like, it was just something that I caught on too early. But, as a runner, I think the top three things as a runner, your vision, your instincts, and being a smart player is the tributes you need to be a good player, because you're going to be fast and you're going to have the physical attributes. But, matching those three things with it, you're a good player.
Yeah, you have to find holes. You have to be able to feel things. And you also have to be able to protect the most prized possession your organization has right next to you on stunts and blitzes that maybe offensive linemen or the quarterback can't even pick up. You have to clean up. It's an incredible position that had been devalued for a long time, but now we're watching almost the cyclicalness of the NFL. The run game is now becoming pivotal conversation. Now, Jonathan Taylor is in MVP talks. He's like third highest odds right now because they're feeding him the rock. They're talking about teams being able to go on a run on whether or not they can run or they cannot run. Do you feel any change in the culture of football? Because it used to be just a few years ago, everything's opened up. We're throwing it. Any running back can kind of come in there. Now it feels like the judgment upon teams on whether or not they're going to go on a long run is, can they fucking run the ball and can they stop the run? But that's probably how football's always been. Did you feel like it ever got away from that? And have you experienced that in the the thought process of the strategy going into each week's game?
Yeah, I feel like for like a short span of probably like 2 or 3 years, like the league I thought it was becoming like more of like a air raid. Like they was just airing it out, and I was like, I probably need to start catching more football. I probably be catching more balls. and then we brought Kubiak in here. We brought Kub in here, and then he brought the system, and then it was just like that was perfect. Coach Zimmer's a defensive coach. He want to play D. Keep that ball on the ground, play action, and I'm here in the right spot with this purple on.
Well, they also are very happy that you're in that equipment room right now down in the basement talking to us, because some of the stats they show about your career thus far, it's like, damn, this guy should be in a conversation that is much different than he currently is. It's awesome to watch. And you run. You look like you're so casual while you're running. It is awesome. It is just absolutely awesome to watch. Go ahead, Ty.
Dalvin, a couple weeks ago when we had Ian Rappaport on the show, it was before the Steelers game, and you were still dealing with, I think it was the collarbone or some sort of upper body injury, and he was making it seem like, you might only get a couple carries that night. And then you went off, and rushed for 200 yards. Does that... When you have an upper body injury like that, I mean, shit, you got 28 carries last week. Like, you're taking hits, you're catching the ball. Like, does that alter how you have to play at all, or not really?
We were told you weren't even playing. There you go for 200 fucking yards or something. It's like, well, we would have changed a lot of bets if we knew this guy was playing. Was it a question going into that game? And that was a unbelievable performance, by the way.
Yeah, nobody knew. Like, it was the thing where if you wake up feeling good, then I'm gonna go. Like, if I woke up feeling, like, if I felt any type of soreness, like, I wasn't going to go. But, like, I woke up feeling good, and I told Shug, I was like, I'm ready to go. And then it was on from there. But, no, I don't alter my play. I don't do that. Like, if I tell myself I'm going to go out here and I'm going to play ball, like I know the risk of what I'm doing. Like, I know I'm out here at a physical sport. Like, this is one of the physical sports. So, like, I have no regrets when I go on the field. Like, whatever comes with it, it comes with it, and I deal with it later.
What was it? Was it a labrum? I don't remember what it was.
No, I had dislocated my shoulder. It came out.
Oh, did they do the pop back in thing?
Nah, so I was laying there for a minute, and then, like, I just had to calm down because I was in, like, a sense of panic. And then, like, once I kind of, like, set up a little bit, like, it just went back in.
Does that happen a lot for you?
Nah. That's why I was in panic mode like that. Like, I was like, hold up. Like, y'all put this back in right now.
Dalvin, we appreciate you, man. Good luck on the rest of the way. Good luck with all the protocols. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dalvin Cook. Thank you. Calling from the basement. You know what I mean? We're in the basement down there. He runs so casual, it looks like. Yeah. He's just running like straight up and down.
So fast at the same time. That's what's scary. Like, so sudden, too, when he makes his moves. Yeah, he is a dude that would be scary. Like, those tackles like you showed that Minka made in the open field when he's playing the Steelers, like, those are the tackles. There are very few humans on the planet that can do that.